here is Gold Sultan goes up, Mana Lane goes forward, waiting on Goxted, Gold Sultan. So Mana Lane and Catacomb are in their gates. Criminal Mind, there's Gold Sultan. Now up into his position, waiting on Goxted, El Capelius, Go Lotto, Boozy Rouge, and Overshadows. So we've got about 5 to come in here. Now here's Goxted leading, being led around there. El Capelius moving around with Boozy Rouge and Overshadows. So about 4 to come in here. Pretty interesting race, this one. Favourite on the New South Wales TAB is number 2 Boozy Rouge at 3:30. And it's the favourite ahead of number 1 Overshadows at 5:70. Only about 3 to come in. El Capelius, Boozy Rouge and Overshadows. El Capelius goes up, here's Boozy Rouge. 2 to come in, Boozy Rouge and Overshadows. Thank you, Andrew. As there's 2 to come in here, Boozy Rouge and Overshadows. Change of colours, Mana Lane, pale blue, red armbands, red sash, red cap. It's a stablemate of Catacomb. They're drawn alongside each other in the inside gates. Now Overshadows all the way down from Port Macquarie, from the Tasmorton stable. Sydney jockey Neil Payne has the ride. They combined for a fast finishing third with Banjo Bear in the previous event, and the race won by Rowena. Now here comes Overshadows up in the line, and they're about set to go here. First leg of the quadrilla on the New South Wales TAB. Red lights on. All set here. Stand by. Ready to go, first leg of the quadrilla. Criminal Mind was slowly away last start. Racing now, Catacomb began well. Criminal Mind jumped out very nicely today and will race up outside the leader. Mana Lane was next, Overshadows being hunted right around the outside. Goxted off the track. Gold Sultan, Go Lotto, El Capelius, and Boozy Rouge was last of all. So Criminal Mind leads Overshadows as they go down the back. Catacombs over on the inside. Goxted going forward, so is Gold Sultan. Mana Lane was next from El Capelius. Go Lotto second last. And Boozy Rouge is last of all. Overshadows comes down with 8.50 to go. A length and 3/4 on Goxted. Criminal Mind third. Then came Gold Sultan, a break back to Catacomb. And around the outside goes Mana Lane, El Capelius, a break to Boozy Rouge. And Go Lotto is joint last place as they race along with 500 to go. Overshadows leads Criminal Mind. Goxted, the greyest stone, to work into it all right. The old fellow Gold Sultan very deep. El Capelius taken to the outside into the straight. Overshadows leads Criminal Mind. Goxted, Catacomb down the outside. Boozy Rouge and El Capelius starts to run home all right. It's Criminal Mind has gone up to Overshadows. Boozy Rouge, El Capelius down the outside running home well. Criminal Mind goes to Overshadows, and here's Boozy Rouge. It's come from a long way back. It's starting to get home well. Boozy Rouge drove the lead over Criminal Mind and Overshadows, and Boozy Rouge is too good. Boozy Rouge has won from Criminal Mind. There's a photo of a third out wide. El Capelius over on the fence. Overshadows. Then came Go Lotto, Gold Sultan, Goxted, followed in there by Catacomb, and Mana Lane is last of all. Was back in the last 2, Boozy Rouge, but with Winona Costin on board, it's finished very, very well. Number 2, Boozy Rouge, 3.10 and $1.50, beating Criminal Mind. Now, third's going to be close here, El Capelius and Overshadows, but Boozy Rouge, number 2, Boozy Rouge, Winona Costin at 3.10, $1.50, riding at 4, Scone trainer Luke Griffiths, the Bay Mare 5 by Schnitzel, out of Bluter, and came from joint last place to run them down and win well, 2, 7, 10 and 1, so El Capelius does get third out wide. Number 2, the winner, Boozy Rouge, is the winner here, Boozy Rouge, and it gets home here with Winona Costin on board. Second goes to number 7, and that was number 7, Criminal Mind, trained by Stephen Edwards at Dubbo, ridden by Casey Chatter. Third to number 10, El Capelius, trained by Rodney Robert Ningen, ridden by Meg Hoey. And fourth was number 1, Overshadows. 2, 7, 10 and 1. 1 3/4 by 3/4. 1 3/4 by 3/4. and the time was 1:25.39. 1:25.39 was the time recorded. So the numbers here, 2, 7, 10 and 1. 2, 7, 10 and 1. 1 3/4 by 3/4, 1:25.39, and they won a Boozy Rouge race by W. Brown S. Murray, Mrs. S. Campbell, J. Havel, I. Campbell and C.W. Eyre. Baymare 5 by Schnitzel, out of Blurter, trained by Luke Griffith and very well ridden by Winona Costin. Race 5 in the card is the first leg of the Daily Double, and in race 5 at Dubbo, this is the big one, the King's Hall Jewelers Silver Goblet for the 2-year-olds, a time-honoured race. Scratch number 6 High Viz. Neil Payne, N Payne on 7 Nuclear Class. The rider for 8 Race for Battle, Kate Chatter replacing J.W. Stanley. Kate Chatter goes under 8 Race for Battle. Scratch number 11 Rockatorio. Scratch number 12 Blue Garter. The rider for 13 She's Creative will be Apprentice Winona Costin. Apprentice Winona Costin on 13 She's Creative. Rider for 14 Sharky. J. Sharkey replacing A Gain on 14 Sharkey, and scratch number 16 Blackmore Vale. And the big one for the 2-year-olds, the Silver Goblet is of course once again sponsored by King's Hall Jewelers. They always put on a beautiful trophy for this race, Craig Carroll, and then just gives you an idea of the terrific stuff they have down at their shop when they see the beautiful